the ringer or the speaker, as the case may be. Now I'm taking the reading of this ringer. If it is good, it will give me sound. If it is not good, I won't get any sound from it. So this is good, and it's giving me 9 decibel as. So it means that is good, and it's not only used for measuring ringer alone. Like I said, it's used in measuring the opening. If the track of a device is still, of a circuit is still okay, if there's opening in the circuit, the multimeter will not give me that sound, and means that a jumper must be done. That will take me to this wire, this jumper wire. If there is something that's supposed to continue a short, if there is supposed to be a straight track on a mobile phone and this track is broken, I will need a jumper wire, a coil wire. This coil wire has a coat on it. The coat on it has to be opened. Prior opening, let me do something so that we can understand what I'm explaining. Prior opening that wire, let me put my multimeter if we get any sound from it. The coil wire will not give you any sound because it is coated. But I want to open the coated part for me to do a jumper. So I will scratch off the coats on the wire to expose the wire itself, because it's a coil wire. If it's not coated, there will be a bridge in the system and it won't perform the function it's meant to perform. The coat is just like the rubber we have on our electric wires. So I'm opening up the coat, and after opening the coat, for me to confirm that it has actually opened, I will use my multimeter on the diode or the continuity port. The diode on the continuity point on the multimeter, so we can get the sound. The sound is showing me that the sound being made is showing that wire has been opened and can be used for the purpose it is meant for. We use this jumper wire a lot on the mobile phone because there's usually, when there is damage on the mobile phone, there is usually an opening in the circuit, and for you to correct that opening in the circuit, you need the jumper wire to close that circuit, to link. It's like you have 2 points that ought to continue into each other, but there's a breakage now. So this wire will help you to link the point which has broken to the point where the circuit is coming from. The next one is for us to check, like I said earlier on, before starting to talk on multimeter. I said this is a multimeter, and there are some functions that we do not need for our operation in mobile phone. But the one that really concerns us is the one that we needed for our mobile phone. So I'll go to reading of microphone, and I'll be using my 20 kilo ohm point on the multimeter to get if the microphone is working. If it's working, when taking the reading, it must give me between 1.5 or 1.2, depending on the resistance of the microphone. So as stability, this give me 1.42. So if the microphone is bad, you will not get any deflection on the multimeter. So I've gotten a deflection on the multimeter of 1.4 kilo ohm. It means that the microphone is functional. So that's about the usage of the multimeter for our operation on mobile phone. The other usage anyway, but those usage is usually to measure the components on the mobile phone, the SMD components, surface mount devices on the component. Like we have the resistor, we have the capacitor, we have the ICs, we have microphone. So many parts on the mobile phone that you can use the multimeter to measure. But while doing that, most of them, you have to unsolder them from the board for you to get the actual reading. Some of them, if you leave them on the board, you will not get the actual reading because it's part of a circuit. And if you are measuring them on the board, it means that you are trying to measure the whole circuit. Meanwhile, you just want to get the measurement for a particular component, which requires that you must unsolder the component with a workstation so that you can get the actual reading required for the component. And talking about getting the actual reading, you need a circuit diagram to point you to which one is capacitor, which one is resistor, which one is diode, which one is coil on the mobile phone, because sometimes they look alike. So it's only with the aid of a circuit diagram that you can actually distinguish between these components I've mentioned. But that's always a very high level, but we are just at the basic and entry point of mobile phone repair, which may not require you to do all these aforementioned functions.